Jared Peterson has cheese breath.
Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. Today we're going to be taking a little bit of a hike through the woods behind our house. We're going to explore a little bit in the woods behind our house. If you check out the video, one of our first videos where we found the skeleton, I believe of a dead deer or dead fawn, you've seen a little bit of it, but we didn't really explore beyond that. And today, just because it is Thanksgiving, and I know for some families it's a tradition to take a hike on Thanksgiving also, we're keeping it really safe this Thanksgiving. We're not traveling anywhere, not really getting together with anyone, just to keep things safe because of COVID, and also we're trying to make today a little bit special. So today we are going to be taking a little bit of a hike. We're going to be going through a swamp, so hopefully it's not too wet. It has been raining here a little bit. In fact, it's spitting out right now, actually. So hopefully it's not too wet, because otherwise it's going to be real swampy and real marshy. And we're going to try to make it through the woods, through the swamp, to the Pilgrim Academy, which is the school that all the kids attend. So there is a way to get through. There's a couple ways, actually, but there is a way to trek through the swamp behind our house and then get to the Pilgrim Academy. So that's what we're looking for. Now, it's been many, many years since I've been back this way. And actually hiked from here to the school. So I'm hoping I can find all the trails. We'll see. As you can see from some of my other videos, sometimes I have trouble finding trails. So hopefully we won't have any of those troubles today. But I did used to play paintball back here a lot when I was a youth. So we'll see. But as you can see, it's a dreary, overcast Thanksgiving day here on the farm. But we are thankful that we are all together. We're all healthy. And we're going to have some fun. And we are on our way. The pumpkins? Yeah. Oh, I had a special way of getting rid of those.
We're putting our Christmas tree up.
Oh, that was
today.
the other thing that I was going to mention. Yeah, we're going to put our Christmas tree up later today when we get back from the hike.
Remember when we showed you back there?
Yeah, we've been back here before with one of our first videos.
Yeah.
All right, we are entering the woods. There's our house. As you can see, there's a rain cloud like right above us. It's just kind of following us. And the skies are nice beyond that, but I feel like Eeyore a little bit right now with the rain cloud kind of following us. Oh, I better catch up to them before they get lost. There's an old stream bed here that kind of leads, and I guess it was probably from when the fields used to be irrigated or something, farm fields. A little drainage stream bed here that we're following. Hi, Kate.
Hi.
What are you doing in that tree? Writing your name?
No.
Are you writing your name and the name of a boy you like?
No.
All right, so as you can see ahead of us, Kate, stay close, okay? As you can see ahead of us, there is the swamp here. By the way, this land is not ours, but we do have permission to be back here. It belongs to a friend of mine who I actually work for in the summer. And we do have permission to be back here on this land. And then we'll be crossing guys, hey, no, not that way. So Bobby and Jared really haven't been back here recently, but Evan and I and Kate have. So, guys, come back. I'll show you, but that's not a good way to cross, especially when it's been raining. There's a more dry way to cross. All right, so this is a lot more soggy than the last time we were here. I was here a few weeks ago, early November. We actually kind of practiced for our backpacking trip back here. So guys, once you cross all that, You're gonna make a left when you get to the other side of the of this swamp here. The swamp just kind of runs almost perpendicular to our house, but as you can see, it's basically formed out of an old creek bed that sometimes dries up, and that's, you know, the area around it just kind of runs linear to it and is a swamp. It's been back here ever since I can remember. Like I said, we used to play paintball back here when I was a teenager. When I was a teenager, we would play this really cool game where we would kind of send somebody out. Actually, we would send out 2 people, and one person was the fugitive. It would be like 2 versus maybe 5 guys with paintball guns. And we would send out a fugitive, and he'd be running. And I guess sometimes the fugitive would be armed, and sometimes he wouldn't be. But, you know, we each took turns being the fugitive, and then there was a manhunt. But the fugitive had a bodyguard that would lay in wait and lay in ambush. And I remember using some of these overturned trees. Like you can see this huge, messy, uprooted tree. I used to use some of these. There was a smaller one that I would use for cover. And I remember getting some really good ambushes off of these. This was a pretty awesome place to play paintball, manhunt, capture the flag. All right, so right where Evan's sitting is kind of like our little campsite when we were simulating setting up a camp right before a backpacking trip. And we didn't sleep out here, but we cooked out here and we chilled out here. And you can see that we kind of started a wall. We wanted to build a little bit of a survival type shelter. We had started it, but obviously something that's very time consuming. There's our rake. We were using that. Yeah, a lot of leaves got in here since the last time we were here, huh?
You guys look.
Yep.
And farther back here is
Well, that's where we're going. We're going further back there because there's the trail that hopefully we can cut to the right and find the school. But there's our structure. There's our wall. And I wanted to, you can see where we kind of start. I wanted to end up building a lean-to kind of over here. And then another wall on this area, on this side. Then the entrance would be kind of here. So, but, you know, that's really not something that I have a ton of time to work on. But yeah, there it is. There's our wall. Someday we'll finish it. All right, so this is kind of unexplored territory as far as our family is concerned. I haven't been back this far since I was probably a teenager or in college. So really, if you walk along the length of the swamp, we should come to a path, but I don't know if that path has been overgrown. Everybody looks so glum. This is not a forced march, I promise you. Now this is what we call sphagnum moss. Pretty sure. And it grows back here. And this has a lot of different purposes, this sphagnum moss. I actually did a science experiment on its absorbency back when I was in high school, when I came back here to harvest some samples. But yeah, sphagnum moss, if you look it up, has a lot of different properties. They actually used to use it, I don't know if it was the Native Americans or what, but they actually used to use it to bind wounds and things like that, because it had absorbency powers and then also almost antibiotic powers as well to help prevent infections, things like that. Pretty cool stuff. Some pretty cool growth here, fungi. So it looks like somebody's been back here at some point because there's a hydration pack here. The only person that I can envision it being is possibly a hunter, because sometimes hunters do come back here. But again, it would only be with permission from my friend. So I don't think there are any hunters back here. They normally park where I can see them. You would have seen their truck coming in. So I don't know of any other place that hunters would be parked. So I don't believe there are any hunters back here right now. Here's a number of uprooted trees right here, and I very vividly remember using these as almost kind of like forts to ambush people in paintball, and that was a really fun memory from when I was a kid or a teenager. It's just kind of a really cool area. You don't really see layouts like this every day. Here's some more moss. I don't know what kind of moss this is. If this is another type of sphagnum moss, but it's, as you can see, it's growing with the sphagnum moss, but it has kind of a more furry texture. If you know what kind of moss this is and you're a nature person, leave it in the comments. Bobby, you're going the wrong way. Don't slip. $20 he slips and falls. Just kidding. I know he's pretty well balanced. So. Oh man. What if that thing was an animal that like all of a sudden got up? Like if it, like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to think what movie is that from, where it's like all of a sudden it just like rose up and it was a giant like mammoth or something like that. Like this thing could be like a giant woolly mammoth that's like hunkered down or something. Of course, I guess then it wouldn't have a tree sticking out of it. It is cool to use your imagination with all these formations back here.
Aaron Peterson has cheese bread.
So back when I was in high school, as I mentioned, I actually did a science experiment for science fair using sphagnum moss, and I had to check out a number of books on bryology, which I didn't even know was a thing. But apparently, bryology is the study of mosses and lichens, not the study of people named Brian, as you may have thought. So if there are any bryologists out there watching this, if you're interested in mosses and lichens and the like, hit me up. I'll give you a tour sometime. All right, I'm gonna hike out into the middle of the swamp. We're gonna keep on going in a minute. I'm gonna hike out into the middle of the swamp. I am wearing my rubbers. So, ooh. I actually, and it wasn't even as wet as this, the other week when I was back here, I almost got my boot stuck in basically quicksand. Mud, really deep mud. So I have to be careful. Mud gets really deep out here. Ooh. I'm not gonna make it all the way out to the middle, I don't think. As you can see, it's been really wet the last week or two. But there's looking down the center of the swamp, going north, I guess. And there's where we came from. So just for an example, I just stepped down off of this log, and you can see how deep my boot went. And I've had to go even deeper than that. So it's not a bad idea to wear rubbers if you're back here. Ooh, I don't know if I can get it out. It's stuck. Oh. All right. Kate, no. Don't come back. Don't come here. You're going to sink. Did you just see how hard it was for me to get my boot out of the mud? Go towards Evan. Walk towards Evan. She's trying to... She believes a little bit too much in the power of her new boots.
What? It's easy for me to get it up.
Oh, well,
I
that's
believe
good.
in the power of my new boots.
No. All right, let's go. Come on.
Magic came and like, I believe in the power of my new boots.
Yeah, well, what if you sink? Some more very interesting fungus here. Fungus. Fungi. I'm a fun guy. Where did you get that? Off of a tree? Yeah. Was it going on a tree? Well, let's see. It's pretty cool looking.
Can I feel it?
Looks delicious. Yeah! Okay, so this is the time and place where we want to start looking out to our right, because there is a path that leads off to our right, and it can be hard to see, if it even still exists. So this is the gamble here. You know I like to gamble. Just kidding. So the swamp is really widening at this part too. And eventually, I believe it intersects with the parkway, but we just want to hug the right and hug kind of the brush that's up here on the right, on this right bank of it. And eventually, we will hopefully come to the path. And then Jared's going to put his machete to work. All right, well, this is a lot more clear than I thought it would be. And so that tells me that there have been people back here very, very recently, hunters and such. So we just have to be careful. Guys, stay together, okay? And we are bordering property that does not belong to my friends. And if it belongs to Pilgrim, we're fine. But of course, there's no name here rubbed off. So I think we're just going from my friend's property to Pilgrim property, which if that's the case, we're fine. But let's all stay together, and I definitely want to make sure that Jared is right with everybody else because he's wearing the brightest colors, just in case there are hunters out here. Yeah, this is definitely a well-traversed path, and it's definitely been cleared since the last time I've been here, which has been years. So sorry, Jared, you're probably not going to get to use your machete. But so that's the bad news. The good news is we found the trail. That was a lot easier than finding the Batona Trail. Yeah.
What does that say?
All right, well, I see a hunting stand back there, and there's nobody in it, so that's good. Oh. So that's okay, that's Rick. That's my friend. Okay, so we're good. We're good.
Did you then clear this out?
Maybe. Mm-hmm. All right, so the path spit us out, as I knew it would, right on the bus loop of our school. So we're here, we're on campus. Campus, it means the property of the school. Krampus, that's who you guys are gonna see Christmas Eve.